farm build today. So
yes.
The goal is to finish up this fence
and get
today.
the goats in here today. That's the
Yes.
entire goal, right?
Yeah. It's a hot one, so that's not going to be fun.
And I'm wearing black too. What goes on with that? Why?
The good thing is that we're half in the sun, half in the shade. So you're only going to be super hot part of the time, you know? Yeah. I'm hoping today goes well since you're not wearing orange.
We'd probably be getting a lot more done if I had orange on.
Probably.
You think?
It might be a bad day, Josh. I don't know.
And if you had pants that fit less tight, I mean, I'd probably get a lot more done then also. Just saying.
These are stretchy and comfortable.
I'm sure they are.
I haven't heard you complain.
If I'm getting no work done, that's a problem. So what are we doing?
We need to start hooking up the wire to these insulators right here.
Yep.
And then we are going to stretch it down to the wooden post that is 300 feet down that way.
Yep.
He is going to connect into a pulley and turn into the woods, where he's going to connect into another pulley and get wrapped around, coming back up to this post that is about 50 feet this way, and then he's going to end up coming back straight across.
Yes.
So that's where we're going. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more wires to pull to make the perimeter.
And then start branching out for all the paddocks, and then grounding the entire system, and then getting the hot box over here, the solar charger over here.
Josh.
Well, you know what a hot box is, don't you? It's for heating up PVC. We use it all the time at work. Relax. You know what I mean? So, get the solar charge over here, get everything hooked up, and get Aaron's Ken, her brothers and sisters over here to let them start planting the woods.
What Josh is talking about is little Ricky. And by the way, guys, just for an update, Josh was so in love with having his twin here that we actually bought little Ricky, and this is his permanent home. So Josh and he get together and style their beards every morning. I mean, it's really cute.
Yeah.
It's good.
Whatever.
You look great. Okay, guys, so let's get started.
Yep, let's go.
All right. Josh is tying onto this insulator right here now that we have gotten the wire pulled all the way around the pen. So once he is done doing this, we're going to tie the other side on, and then we'll start going down the pen to each of the metal posts and attaching the wire to each of those insulators before we tighten everything up.
This right here is a wire strainer. We just installed one of these. What it does is you put the wire through the little loop on this little pulley, and you just crank it until it tightens the wire up nice and tight, and it holds it in place too. So you get a few cranks in, it automatically locks it in place. So say you have it tight, a few months later maybe a post gets banged in a little bit and it loosens up. I can come back over here with my pliers and re-crank it down, and tightens back up, and no issues. Like that.
These are the little isolators that are going on the T-posts. So we have another like 30 some of these to do, and then we'll be right back.
Strangers,
Fourth wire strainer done.
So now we're going to install this last pack of insulators on all of the metal posts, and then we'll start dividing up the paddocks.
Yep, let's go.
The reason you guys see us driving these T-stakes in by hand and not using the bucket on the tractor is because we tried it and it didn't work. We actually tried this last time before you saw Josh get up on the tractor and start hitting them in with his 10-pound hammer.
Yeah, so we put the bucket up in the air and put the T-post on the ground like that and start to push it in. I mean, the ground here is dry and it's hard. So if I'm not on there perfectly, what I want to do is kick over and start bending T-post and then raise the bucket up to slam it down. It has a lot of down pressure, but it's not enough smacking pressure, like a 10-pound hammer coming down, hitting it real quick.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for us.
It didn't, and the drought conditions and the fact that we're in the mountains of West Virginia just doesn't help. So
yeah.
The best way for us to do it is just the good old-fashioned way of little manpower, right?
Yeah.
Right, Josh? Keyword manpower.
Correct.
So you should be the one tapping these in.
And you're the ox, so a little horsepower, so let's go.
Finally raining, guys. After months of a drought, we're finally getting some rain, and I don't think we've ever been happier to be getting soaked. Two of our mamas are in here, and they are happy as can be. So this one over here, Wednesday, she is getting ready to have her baby in just a few days. So she is all set up. She's ready to go. She's got her buddy in here who's not due quite yet, but she'll be following not too long behind. So let's go out. Let's check and see how all the rest of the goats are doing in their new pen.
All right, so we got the goats moved in the rain. They weren't happy, but they're happy now, I guess, right?
Yeah. You guys know goats don't like rain, so
No.
They were a little bit stubborn about actually getting down from their previous spot to their new place, but now that they're in there, they are happy and good to go.
Yes.
So it was to avoid being redundant with our filming, we didn't film running the wires to separate all of the paddocks. We got the first two done, which is good enough for them for now, and we also got first two gates up to close them in to this first area. So the plan is to only have 3 gates. So we're gonna have one up front, we've got one at the end of their paddock, and then there's gonna be one at the following paddock down. So when we move them, we're gonna push them through this blue gate that you might be able to see. I'll get another shot of it. And they will already have a gate at the end of that one. The gate from this front paddock will then get moved down to close off that front gate.
Yes.
If that makes sense. It might sound kind of confusing, but basically we're hopscotching gates.
One gate at a time.
Yes, and that way we're saving money. We're not having to build gates, and we're not having to spend hundreds of dollars buying gates, because this is going to eventually wrap around our pasture, and we would just have tons and tons of gates to separate each paddock. So it just makes more sense.
I mean, yeah, you can buy a bunch of $100 gates or move them once a week, and you move a gate which takes probably 2 to 3 minutes. So I mean, it's a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, and they're light, so it's easy, and we're excited about this. I think the goats are excited.
Yes.
This is one more thing checked off our list to prep these guys for winter, because as you guys know, we're working hard to get ourselves in the house, but we've also got animals that we need to take care of and make sure that everybody is squared away for winter, and raising as much of our own food as possible is important to us. So, you know, we're doing both. We're building the house and taking care of our food supply.
Correct.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yep, see ya. Thanks.